Sabrina brought in some amazing food today to bless us up with.
Definitely.
It's just a little taste test trial for what's going on Saturday, October 28th, right here in Hagerstown, Potomac Street, 210 South Potomac Street. At the lot, we're having the Mummers Day Parade Lounge, and we're going to have food vendors, including the Comfort Zone.
Yes.
And we're going to have a live DJ. You heard her. You better come hungry. Hey, the food, the smell is amazing right now. We've been trying to hold back from digging in, but we're about to get into it here in a minute.
We're about to get busy. We're about to get real ugly up here.
Yeah, we're about to go in, man. And,
please do, you guys. Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I run it down for y'all so y'all can eat? Because I want y'all to eat.
Oh, you want us to start?
Yeah, while it's warm.
Sabrina,
Yeah.
what do we got here?
Okay.
Tell folks what we got going.
First off, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
And
thank you for coming on.
I feel nothing happens by mistake, so I'm supposed to be here to feed y'all.
Hey.
Okay. So, Cherie's about to dig into the mama's ribs.
Mama's ribs.
Yes,
okay.
yes, because it make you just want to spank it. You know, I
want to smack my hand when I go to grab it. Like, you know.
I was about to ask for the explanation.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey,
and then we have the bourbon peach chicken.
Bourbon peach?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have the bee honey, B-E-E, I'm sorry, bee spicy. B-E-E because it's a honey and spicy kind of vibe going on with that.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have, she's going to have to do the pull because we got that mac and cheese fresh out the oven. The cheese pull going to be amazing. And then I have some collard greens.
Oh, yes.
Peppers and onions. Nice and hot. And it's seasoned with smoked turkey. And of course, at the end, we got wet naps because you're definitely gonna need them right now. And then we got homemade butter pound cake. So I want y'all to look on his lap.
All right, let me make sure I do it right. I don't know. I feel like this is Danny's job.
Oh, nah, take a look at that. Pull on it. I'm going to slap my plate on there.
If you want to do it, you gotta do it right. You can't play with it. Like, you know, this is like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, but if you want to, you can also use the spoon to kind of dig in. If you want.
All right,
Y'all don't even.
I'm
I
a
don't want y'all. I don't want y'all. Yeah, don't be polite.
I'm a foodie.
Yes. Hello.
Thank you.
Yes. But this is what I love to do, you guys. I'm so looking forward to setting up Comfort Zone at the Moments Parade on Saturday. We'll be set up and starting to get rid of the food, 2 o'clock, Cherie? Right, correct?
I think we're doing 4.
Yeah.
Are we doing 4?
Yep,
Okay.
4 to 9.
Okay, that's what's up.
Keep the time kind of condensed.
Yeah, that helps with the. Oh, thank you. We would have touched base, but we still in the process of getting. All right.
Yeah.
So that's even more fantastic. But we will have what you see in front of you, as well as a couple more sides. I think I'm gonna do some red beans and rice, some golden delicious coleslaw,
Okay.
which is made with apples and cabbage and carrots. So it's
Hagerstown, the area is actually known for the apples.
Oh, and of course steamers. How can you set up her Mama's Parade and not do
That's
steamers?
the classic
And
right
hot
there.
dogs. I'm doing hot dogs, grab and go.
Nice.
So y'all
Smart.
come on out there and come hungry. It's supposed to be 75 degrees.
Okay.
So if you want to wear your
beautiful
booty
day.
shorts, come on. We're not gonna be mad. Just come. Bring the kids. Bring the husband. Bring the dog. Just. Grab a neighbor. Come on. It's supposed to be probably the last really nice weekend we had.
Yeah, really.
So God's blessing us with good weather.
And all of Hagerstown is going to be out there.
Everybody's going to be there. You'll see people you ain't seen in a while. That's what makes it so much. It's really a community event.
It is.
And again, thank you
Of course.
for having me here and inviting me and allowing me to do what my heart tells me.
I love it.
That's feed as many people as I can.
I just licked my fingers on accident. I put this
He said on accident.
And I was like, oh yeah, they got some heat on that.
This one is bourbon.
Oh yeah, that's the bourbon.
Bourbon peach.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta try some of
That's
that.
how
Yes.
I like my food nice and crispy like this.
Okay, now it'll be just a little different taste on it because it'll be
Mac
off
is
the
busting.
grill on Saturday.
Okay.
This is in-house in the oven, but when you do it on the grill, it gives it a whole different taste dynamic.
Smokiness,
that's what we'll have. So
charcoal.
think that on that with the ribs, or the chicken will have more of that char. You know, so like I said, this is just a little taste, you know, just to get you like, oh Lord, if it tastes this good now, imagine on Saturday.
So how did you come up with your menu? Like, you know, what inspired you?
Yeah.
I know what people like. I cook what I like.
Yeah.
I cook what I like. This is true comfort. You can have the worst day in the world. You come home and you got this here, or somebody done cooked you a meal. You know, it's all good with the
right
world.
In your day,
yeah, everything's right with the world. And my mom. I grew up, my mom's the oldest of 17, 16 kids.
Oh, wow.
And I was the first grandchild. So I grew up around a big family, and food is a really, really big deal.
Yeah.
Like under grandma in the kitchen, under mama in the kitchen, or the aunties, and just watching and learning the smell. It's like now the men have the barbershop where everybody meets and socializes. Back then it was the ladies in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, so, and
I'm like, how you bring the ladies back into the kitchen?
See, I've never left. I can't, because this is what I do. Like, I love. I can be upset, but I'll go in. You can tell them when I'm upset, because, or something's going on. I got an issue that sometimes I can't figure. You know how something going on with you, but you just ain't feeling that. I will go in the kitchen, turn on my music, and I'll be done cook the pot roast, some spare ribs, fried chicken. I'm talking seriously. I'll go in my deep freezer and dig to the bottom and pull up meats and cook and get to every neighbor. I cook. And it just brings me back. I don't always figure out what I was upset about, but I know there was a positive that came out of it. Because my mom said, feed people will make friends.
Yeah. So tell me more about what I just heard. There's something that I love doing Hagerstown Eats is the community aspect that comes with food.
Yes.
So tell me more about the community feel that you've got since you've been doing Comfort Zone, a Soulful Experience here in Hagerstown.
You know, I'm going to tell you something, guys. This young lady right here gave me that first step out. This is new.
Yeah.
To be Comfort Zone.
Okay.
Not cooking. I'm a cancer survivor, and I haven't worked in years officially. Yeah. But I always go to the family functions when we have a lot of those, you know, but always they're calling me, bring this, cook this, and I never have, okay, I'll be there. Caterings, little side things to help other people. And this is something me and my grandson, me and him used to go out on Friday nights to the movies. And I was asking him what is his dreams. I wanted to do a food truck, but it costs money to get there. I'm not quite there yet. So what else than just vending? You see, more and more people are parked on the side of the road selling fruit. Yep. You know, barbecue pit grill sit up with the most popular and most fantastic food you ever want to put in your mouth. And I started simple, and
she showed up one day and she said,
I was like, you know what?
I want to do that. I said, you want to do that? She said, yeah. And I cook.
Yes, I did. Yes.
That's what she told me.
And I love it. Yes, I did. I sure did.
She said, you ain't had nobody's food until you tasted my food. Give me a chance.
Yep.
Right? And I'm big on.
And you told me there was something. You said, give me your phone number, and when something comes, an event, I'll call you. So I just kept on, okay, great. And when she hit me and said, you want to use Comfort Zone, because I had already had the name, already had all that set up in my head. I had menus. I had those little composition books full of ideas and dreams, and you know. And I was like,
that's where it starts.
But then she was hitting me. I was like, oh my God! When it actually comes to you, you freak out like. And I instantly, yes, that's how to do it. Then you hang the phone up and it's like, what the hell?
What I
just get myself into? Like, but to go and just be able to get all the supplies, and because being a chef and not having to be able to work in someone's kitchen or just doing things is on per paycheck kind of thing. Got really tough for a while. Yeah. Not about the money, just not being able to do it. Like when you used to, for years, 20, 30 years of getting up every morning at 4 o'clock sometimes in the morning, because I'm an early bird. I used to be to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm off by 2:30. I loved it, you know. When you do that for years and years, and then in the blink of an eye, it's taken. You know, when I got diagnosed with the cancer, they was like, you're stage 3. Go tell your boss that you need 2 weeks, and you're done. You have to go through chemo and radiation. I never went back to work, and that was 10 years ago this June. You know, and I went through it. I was at death's door. Like I was like 100 pounds soaking wet for a long time. I lost all my hair, We know the weight came back.
Thank God.
When you look
And
good,
somebody else,
hello.
I'm here. I could be this big or this big.
Yeah.
I'm still
Oh, yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And I'm doing what I love.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling him about refresh and renew.
Yeah.
I found a part of me I never knew it was in here.
So this is a passion of yours.
Absolutely.
Obviously. And so after you went through that experience with cancer, did you have like a mindset switch of like, you know what, I'm about to do stuff that's for me going forward? Like, how did that come about?
The opportunity came.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't know I really, really wanted it till I got it. I knew the dream was there.
Yeah.
You know, but I was thinking food truck. You know, we have our dream. We never think dream small.
Yeah.
Just automatically, we want the big house, the Rolls Royce. I ain't talking about no Mercedes. I want the Benz. You know,
Right.
no, let's do it big. That's how we dream.
Yeah.
But we forget you have to fall before you walk.
yeah, how I built this.
You know,
Yeah.
so you
Girl.
start off small and it just blooms and it blooms and it blooms. And I just kept on doing what I live in Waynesboro now. I was cooking at the shelter a couple nights a week. Go down there, we did the kitchen and just cooked and cooked and cooked all the events that was happening at Bloom's Alley. If she needed somebody to come do vending, I was there. Plus all the family events that we have all the time, I was there. So God just put the box in for me to build on. And then she rang my phone with, do you want to do something? And let me find that composition book.
Time to go.
You know,
What's crazy
and it's
is
just great. It's been great.
the first event we did, I called. I said, "Well, you say you wanted to cook. We're having an event." And it was a Woblo who does. He was doing a painting class, teaching painting.
Yes.
And
he
he
does
does,
art.
Yes.
he does African inspired art. And she goes, "What kind of food do you want me to cook?" And I was like, "Well,
He's from this country. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I Googled it and I made
She
all the
said,
different
"I can
recipes.
make that."
Yeah. I
Boy.
cooked I represented his whole country. All the colors. I got the flag.
Yeah, and
I
his
blew it up.
Yeah,
over
she
here.
did. And his wife is Brazilian, so
Yep,
she
I did Brazilian chicken for her.
What?
She loved the food.
everything.
Absolutely
She
loved
did.
it. Mhm.
She did West African food
Yep.
and she did Brazilian food,
Yep.
and then they came out and because they was like, well, you know, she said she gonna cook it. Because, you know, people do doubt, right?
Definitely.
If you got a vision,
Definitely.
it's always some doubters. So they were
Yep.
like, I'm going to taste it.
Yeah.
Everybody was sold.
It was,
That's usually the case.
what do you say? Bussin'?
Bussin',
It was
bussin'.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And then when her son, when she was telling me what she was like, I can't get that child to eat nothing. And I have 10 grandchildren, so I can relate. But there's certain things that I can fix. There's one that's absolute. He's the chicken nugget kid. You know, give him chicken nuggets and fries. He's good to go. You know. But when Nana gets in the kitchen, here he comes. He wants, Nana, what you cooking? It smells so good. And he'll put it on the plate, and he's that look like, you know. I was like, taste it. Nana made it for you. Taste it.
Done.
Yep.
Cooked. Got him.
Done. And then sometimes he'll be like, I say, is it good? Tell me the truth. And he'll nod his head, and then I'll go and do something else and come back and the plate's completely.
I was talking, Sabrina and Cherie and I were all talking earlier before the show started. I got a chance to try Comfort Zone back in the summer.
Yes.
And I had seen a video online of you at Bloom's Alley, and Cherie's son was in the video just smacking on the rib, making them look so good. And literally, I was just looking at my phone, and I just got up and just I just got up and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get some. And I tried some and it was delicious.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
So what's up, y'all? What's his plate? Look. He ain't said a word. Look, but you got these two looking.
Shave some leftovers.
Well, please, you know, if you got, please, can he
Come on in, yes.
When I filled up,
he got to stay at the camera.
When I filled up Andrew's
We'll work the
plate,
camera.
We got Mike in the building from
Mike.
Voltage
Yes.
Wrestling. Yeah, what's up?
But when
We got
I
Mike's
filled
in
up-
the building.
when I filled up
Can we fix
Andrew's
your plate?
plate,
I would
I
love
got him
one.
some collard
Yes.
greens because You know, they say collard greens get you money.
Hey,
You bring it about
And he ate them all. Okay.
Yes.
Definitely the mac and cheese.
So Sabrina was touching about the blessings that came about from such a great support in the community of Bloom's Alley. Bloom's Alley has been just like a staple in the community as one of the creative corners, one of the staples, one of the cornerstones in this community.
Go easy.
And
That's fine.
my first event, I touched base with you, was at like a Justified Entertainment event. It was the Creators Conference. We talked about that on the show on here because it was just like such a vibe, such a good time. And literally that was like an introduction to a whole group of people that are just like like-minded, super supportive, super just wanting to help out. And like me and Alex, y'all know Boogie from the show, when we pulled up to Hippie Nation's event, you know, that was Alex's first time ever being there, first time ever being around a group of people. And literally within like 3 minutes, he was like dapping people up, giving hugs, saying what's up. Everyone's like, you meet a new person and it's like, oh, what do you do? Okay, can I follow you? Let's follow each other. Let's take care of each other. I've formed so many amazing relationships out of Bloom's Alley that it's just been amazing. So, Cherie, can you tell us a little bit about Bloom's Alley?
Girl,
Tell us where did the inspiration come from to create such a
she said, hold on, wait a minute.
Where did the idea stem from, and like why
the name
Hagerstown
Bloom's Alley.
to
The
do
name
this?
Bloom's Alley. Where did you go deep for that one? Because that's deep.
So I'm from Hagerstown. I grew up here, and my family has been here probably since around the early 1900s. My great grandmother. She is from Bloom's Alley. I named Bloom's Alley after an actual neighborhood that used to exist up
Shout
on
out Grandma.
Street. Yeah, Grandma.
Oh, really? Okay, shout out Grandma Bloom's Alley. Okay.
Yeah, so
I never knew. I'm not from here.
and they call her Mama Flora.
Okay,
So
all right.
a lot of people that are from the area, or they, most people who lived in Bloom's Alley are probably around 70 years old now, right?
Okay.
My mom, I think when Bloom's Alley was torn down, she might have been 5 or 6 years old.
Okay.
So anyways, Mama Flora, she was a woman of many things.
Hello.
But one thing that she did was she sold food. Bloom's Alley, they say, was like the poorest of the poorest black community in Hagerstown. Some of the kids on Jonathan Street didn't even play with the kids in Bloom's Alley, but they felt like they had it all. And that's how they did it, right? Through opportunity, through selling plates to their neighbors, right? That's how when I first started telling people, I'm like, I'm going to teach people entrepreneurship, but we're going to do it in a different way. Like, maybe the way that they did it back in the day just wasn't right. And the judge, who is actually from Bloom's Alley, I can't think of his name. If you watch it, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm talking about.
But the judge from Baltimore, I don't know his name, but whatever. Anyways, he told me, don't you ever say that. He was like, that was the way that they had to make money. They had no other opportunities. Like, that's how they put money in their pocket. So,
and see,
long story short,
feeding people make friends.
Yeah. Community brings you together.
Because it's one thing for sure. I mean, everybody got to eat.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it's just like anything else. If it's good, you're going to go to the best restaurant in the neighborhood.
And also good food, whether you're coming, whatever side of the community you're coming from. Part of Hagerstown Eats tagline is food and culture.
Yes.
And culture is like the collective collaboration of people coming together and doing stuff. And you can get two people from two different sides of the railroad tracks. You got some food like this in front of them, and you're sitting here, you're chopping it up, you're having a good time. It connects people.
Yes,
definitely.
So, Bloom's Alley connects people.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I said, okay, my grandma, she was this great person. I just want to highlight, all my life I've been hearing about this place, Bloom's Alley. I didn't get to experience it. I get to start a business. That's what I'm going to do.
Hello.
I just had an opportunity, but my background, I actually have my master's in healthcare administration.
Okay.
I was a caseworker for probably about 10 years. I supervised as well. I support the state, working with people with disabilities. And all I did was help people with disabilities get to the good life. Right? So I'm taking the same concept and I'm doing that with entrepreneurs, right? Yes. You asked a good question, mindset, right? I think that is one of the first things that you, as an entrepreneur, what you should be, you got to get your mind right. If your mind's not right, the first time that you fail, you're going to see fear. Yeah. Right, you're not gonna want to do it again. You said that you showed up. There was an opportunity there, but guess what? You got scared right away.
As soon as I hung the phone, I was like, "Oh my God!"
Call back.
Like, hold on. Do I really want? Maybe I can make. I'm gonna be sick that day. Let me call out from school.
And that happens to people, right?
But panic, a stage fright.
Yeah, but how do you get the people to keep on going, right? And if there's no opportunity. Right, because everywhere else or a lot of other places, people will say, "Well, I want to start selling food, or I want to do this," and then you go to that place and you have to have this.
It's discouraging.
You don't know who to talk to, where to go, how can you put it together? Well, I spent my time figuring it out. Yes. Right, and that's what's next for Bloom's Alley. I want to help people figure it out. That's how do you get to the good life, right? I work with people who were nonverbal, and I helped this one lady. Come to find out, which I didn't even know, she wanted to see Matt Powers. If anybody knows who he is, he's a Christian singer.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard the name was.
She told me that one day. I started Googling it, and I sent some emails to her caseworkers and stuff like that.
Let's make it happen for her.
I showed up a year later, and she's like, she's been telling everybody she went to go see Matt Powers because of you for the past year. And sometimes it's that one little thing, listening to like what people want or need, and that's how I bring community together. That's what I do. I met Alex. He said, I'm like, look, I'm going to do this open mic. He want to do an open mic. Okay, well, what can we do? How can we bring it together? But hey, I have expectations, right? So even with Miss Sabrina, right? I want to cook, but what do I have to do? You have to have the health permit, right?
Yes.
Everybody's afraid to go to the health department.
Yep.
Not Miss Sabrina.
I want to know my paper. See, and I'm not tech savvy. My phone is used for opening my text messages and calling back and forth to talk to people, and sometimes email. Because when I open it and I see emails 989, immediately you freak out. Like, who the hell? I don't even know that many people. So I'm just delete, bam. I don't even, I'm not, that's not who I am. I'm very personable. Yeah. Call me. Yeah. If not, you can text. I do check my text every night. And I'm up every single morning bright and early. I pull my phone right now. There's about 30 people. That's family, my mom, all her brothers and sisters, a few cousins, my kids. Every single morning, I wake up, the first thing I do is I get my phone, and they get a good morning from me. And each one of them is personal. I don't just, good morning. I actually take the time to get to, what's that, GIF stuff?
Pictures and videos.
And I don't even know what it stands for.
All right, so y'all call it a GIF or a GIF? Okay.
The picture and video thing.
GIF.
Thank you.
I've heard people call it GIFs, and I'm like, that's a peanut butter.
But it's that, and I'm very, very personable. Yeah. Like, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So now it's gotten to a point where if they don't hear from me by 6:30, sometimes I sleep a little later. I'll open up my phone and I'll get like 6 or 7 of them. Good morning, or they're sending me, and I'm like, I'm woke. What's up? But I'm a very personable person, and her idea brought it for me to have my idea. Yeah. And I've been telling everyone.
Carried it.
I've been telling everybody. Okay, first off, I had to go to the health department. There was like 3 ladies in there. What really got their attention? When I said, I think they're setting up a moonshine booth. They were at the window. What? You said a what? I mean, seriously. I said, well, that's what I'm thinking. I heard one of the vendors is going to be next to me at Comfort Zone. Like, I got the food, they got the drink. We're going to have the lights, the lounge chairs. Come, 200 off Potomac Street. Adult lounge. Please come. So the fire marshal will be there. 2 of his colleagues will be there. The girls from the health department will be there. Like, I made it specifically. This is where you got to come. I said, listen for the music because we got to be here. Follow the sound. I'm not talking about the parade. That's how you do it. Word of mouth. I'm a very personable person. You know, when I come in, I'm not coming with the rain. I'm coming with sunshine.
Hey,
right.
That's
and
beautiful.
So I want to also tell them, so one, health department, she wasn't scared. Then something else that people get afraid of is like, in order to be a part of the food vendor event, you had to fill out the City of Hagerstown application, right? You know what Miss Sabrina did, guys? Like, everybody's so scared of the application. You know what she said? I said, you want me to help you fill it out? She said, no, make them fill it out. I'll be back. If they don't fill it out, then I'll come to you and you can work.
I sure did tell
But
her
you don't
that.
got to do this work because they
I said they gonna fill it out for me. I'm gonna make sure everything is right. Like I don't want them. I don't want me to do it, and I go to them and say, "Well, you got to redo this because." So no, I'll stand here at your window.
I'm a smart woman, right?
You know,
there,
they're in the
man.
window, and I'm like. Like you're not doing anything. The city's paying you to just sit here in the queue. You know, you go to lunch. They had the one lady had to go look for her for 35 minutes in the building. She was supposed to do the one that stamps or whatever. She gave me my little pink permit thing, but she was.
Shout out government
hello,
workers.
ladies.
We love y'all.
Thank you. Don't come and eat. You said you was coming to eat. Make sure you come.
Make sure you pull up, grab you some comfort
but
zone.
there's a Mr. Steve, it's a fire marshal, and there's a Mr. West that's coming from the city hall.
Okay.
And I told him bring a friend. Please come down and eat.
Nice.
And Wes, I told you I was gonna have your collard greens. Cause he was like,
And they
please
busted.
have some
So
greens.
come on, get
I said,
some.
I'm gonna make sure I have you some greens. You just make sure you get there. And Mr. Steve at the fire marshal hall, I got your mac and cheese. Bring your buddies.
Come on.
So
here.
yeah, he said him and his son are in the parade. Him and his son are in the parade. So I said, so you guys will be coming right on. You'll see me. I'll be waving you down. Come get.
Like Sabrina said, you'll know where to come. You'll hear the music. We got the live DJ. Shout out Justify Entertainment.
Hello.
And we're going to have food vendors there. There's going to be multiple food vendors. Shout out Keeping It Krabby. Shout out Comfort Zone.
A Soulful Experience.
Shout out Seasons.
Yes,
and we got a couple other ones in here trickling in. So it's going to be live. There's going to be plenty of seating. And this whole event really is sponsored and put on for Learnicity.
Yes,
and
it's
a beautiful new app that's coming to the city. Andrew is the owner and CEO, the curator of Learnicity. And whenever you guys were talking, and you're talking about how when you're an entrepreneur and you're starting off, there is that fear of stepping out. And I know just from doing the Hagerstown Eats thing where it takes, like, I had it written down in a journal as well.
Yeah.
And I had it in there for about a year.
You got to keep reading it.
And one day I was like, hey, I want to take action on something that I really find a lot of pride in, and something that's like a calling for me, which is
it's
like I love food and I love meeting people.
Yeah, it's giving it back.
So I was like, let me take action on that. But I was in the back of my head, how are people gonna perceive me? How are people gonna look at my content? Are they gonna trash it? Is it gonna be worthy? Is it going to be of value? And it's a step to just put yourself out there and to be judged by thousands. And Andrew, as an entrepreneur, stepping into the tech world, and also just being, me and Andrew linked, being community minded. His app is community based, linking the community consumer with the community of businesses, and just preaching and upping people's financial literacy at the time, which whenever me and Andrew first talked, Andrew had just gone through high school, was in college, and went through that whole phase of kind of understanding, like, damn, they really don't prepare us for the financial world. It's honestly set up in reverse. It's meant to put us in a bad financial state so that we're
dependent.
Indebted
Dependent. Exactly right.
So Andrew, talk to us. Tell the folks here a little bit about Learnicity, the app. Why it came about, and man.
I'll start where you ended off. Just kind of like, being in high school, getting out of there, we can learn the
You're still in high school though, right? It's a baby face.
Baby face killer, man. Baby face assassin, man.
Hey, that's a wonderful thing. You gotta keep that one.
I have about 3 months left of my teens.
Period.
That's shout, man.
That's
Hey,
it.
that's a
Wear
young
it.
entrepreneur, man.
That
Just doing your
Learnicity is
thing.
sitting right here live, right in your face.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a
but-
walking advertisement for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And so I just, coming out of high school, you can learn your geometry, your history, which are all very applicable. But when it comes to a bunch of day-to-day stuff, how to write a check, how to pay for college, and a lot of that, we weren't taught that. We had to go seek that out.
Yeah.
And being a product of my environment, being around Hagerstown, I just noticed that there was such a disconnect with small businesses and consumers. Why are customers not going in here? Why are small businesses having a hard time staying afloat? And I think now, especially today, where we see AI and just a lot of external factors that come and build up the chains, the ones that already have too much money.
Yeah,
Consumer.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so I think, if we can combine financial empowerment and supporting your local economy, let's roll. And so that's what Learnicity is exactly, a combination of almost like Groupon and Duolingo with financial literacy in the middle. So everything's going to be on there. You'll be able to learn how to save, how to invest, pretty much everything within financial literacy. And the best part is that you can go out and get rewards and discounts from local businesses around here. Really excited.
Speaking of that, Learnicity, if they show up Saturday at Comfort Zone at my vending station, and they show that they're down with you like we are, you gonna be down. You gotta be down with us. You gotta
be down with Learnicity.
I will be giving a 15% discount.
Okay. 15% discount at Comfort Zone.
Yes.
You heard it there.
If you're gonna sign up for the Learnicity app,
Definitely. Definitely.
So is the app available now, or
So, no. Short answer, no.
It will be by Saturday.
It's coming.
No,
Saturday,
no,
no?
sadly no. So
Okay.
we had to delay the launch a little bit because I wanted to make sure just everything was right. I didn't want to
That's right. Don't rush.
get all the bugs out.
Don't rush. That's right.
Wanted to push in some features that will help the small business owner a little bit more. And so right around the middle of November.
Okay.
Yeah.
That the app is sick. Andrew showed me some screenshots from that app and kind of like the demo version, and it's super clean. It's concise. It's almost like whenever you open up Apple packaging, you know how it's just like smart. It's clean, it's smart,
sharp,
and that's how the app is. You touch, it moves you smoothly to the next phase. You just answer some simple questions. You go through kind of like if you've ever worked at a job and done like training exercises where they kind of go through like a video or like a small lesson, and then you answer questions about it. You kind of just go through a nice smooth interface, and
the navigation is smooth. That's the good thing.
It's smart.
That's the wonderful thing.
Because a bunch of the financial literacy content that's out there is textbooks.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Textbooks.
It's overwhelming.
You do. Definitely.
16-year-old kids. It's 2023. We're not sitting here and
You're
reading
looking at a book.
We want
got that right. You want it quick.
We want it in tweet format.
Yeah, we want it
140
quick.
characters or less.
Abbreviated.
And
We want
keep
it
it
abbreviated.
smooth, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's sick. You go through the lessons. You earn coins as you're going through these lessons. And it's not just like you're earning coins to level up your avatar or something like that. You're actually using these coins to now go to a physical location here in Hagerstown, putting on small businesses, entrepreneurs, and now you can exchange those coins for a real physical, tangible product in your hand. And not only does it benefit the consumer by, hey, I'm about to go get me a free cup of coffee just from going through these lessons and upping my own financial literacy. So I'm winning on both sides.
Definitely.
And then you show up to the business and the business wins because Danny's never been to this coffee shop before.
Yeah.
It's my first time here.
Yeah.
Oh, this coffee's bussin'.
I'm about to
Guess
put it
what?
out
I'm about
there.
to do a Hagerstown Eats
Hello.
review. I'm about to come in every Saturday and come get my little cup of coffee.
Definitely.
And guess what?
Definitely.
Probably that first day, not only am I getting that free cup of coffee, but I'm going to grab me a little bagel. I'm going to grab me a little waffle, something like that. And so it's a big upselling opportunity and marketing opportunity for the businesses that are going to be involved. So if you haven't touched base with Andrew and Learnicity, you need to go check him out. You can find him on all socials, Learnicity, City, and go check him out. Touch base with him. Send him a DM. Let him know that your business is interested in being a part of this. There's a small subscription fee that goes apart with it, but hey,
free currently. Until the app releases, all businesses that get on, they get their first.
Come on now!
Oh, y'all
better jump on now.
So if I'm interested in joining the app, how would I reach out to you and get that 3-month promotion?
You just go to www.learnicity.org, and then there's right there on a contact page, and then right there for small business owners, they can go in, give us their email address, quick little message, say, hey, heard about, and then be in contact with them.
That's wonderful. That's
awesome. I have
awesome.
another question. I work, so while I'm a business owner, I also work a job, guys. I work. And I work for Legit Management, which is a property management company. And I'm like, one thing that you have to add to this app is how to fill out a check or a money order. Like, you would not believe how many people endorse the check and don't sign the front of it. It's like, what?
Yep.
Like, where did these people learn how to write a freaking check?
Not on that. Not on that.
They didn't go to they didn't go to North High.
They don't no more.
No. See, you know, it's amazing. And I'm the oldest one here in the group. And see, when I went to school, you were taught all that.
Yep.
You were taught how to actually type. Like, I don't know nothing about how to do all this on my phone, but put me in front of the old-fashioned typewriter. I can't even do keyboard. I can't even do hardly keyboard or laptop kind of thing because it's just different than the old typewriters. Like I did typing. I learned how to do accounting. You learn how to take the books. I was taught that in class in high school, but now you don't have. You know, you actually said in some classes you had a calculator and you learn how to do the red and the green and the plus and negative, all that. You learned about that stuff and to know and how to fill out a check, how to maintain a checkbook, how to open a bank account, how to do a resume. We were taught. You had school. It was part of your curriculum.
That's important. The last time I remember in school being taught anything financially, other than like college courses, were like in elementary school. You had like the F&M Trust little bank book that you came in.
I still have my F&M Trust bank account. Shout out to F&M Trust. It was actually Hagerstown. What was it? It was a Hagerstown bank. I still got my bank account and my money's in there for the church.
I probably got like $16 in it.
I think they do give interest, so you better check it out.
It does interest, and it's the only account that I own that like I don't have to do anything, and they don't charge me no fees. Don't change that. I know that's right. Told you because I've been a member since the 3rd grade.
That's right. That's right. That's amazing.
So it's like if you can carry on from what you learned in 3rd grade, into adulthood, that's a blessing.
That's a wonderful thing.
Me, I'm not that type of person.
Well, look, now you can do it with Learnicity.
Now I got Learnicity here to help out.
And it's right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
One of the best parts is that it's going to be free for everybody.
Yes, that's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing.
thing.
The old saying is, it takes a village. Actually, now it takes a community.
Yeah.
It really does. Because it plugs in. If you plug in, then your son gets plugged in. If I'm plugged in, then my grandchildren become plugged in. And my kids become plugged in. It just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The more positive, the better. Because right now, the community in the world is in a negative.
It's sparse. It's not
in
connected.
A negative. It's awful. It's awful. It's the chosen few that are fighting for what we believe, what we feel. The community that we had, that we used to be able to hang out in friends at the neighborhood, and you could actually sometimes leave, maybe not the front door, but the back door unlocked. You you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where your neighbors, you watched out for each other. You watched out for each other's children. The pets, you know, your dog's running down the street off the leash. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly, as opposed to just looking and saying, man, I'm calling the cops. That dog's right.
They know whose door to come knock on.
They know who you are. They know, and it ain't coming because they ready to fight.
Yeah.
They come and be like, hey, I'm what? Because, you know, your trash cans were blown down the street because of the storm last night. Or not even going, but they wouldn't get it and bring it and put it back in your yard.
So
Those
many
days
people
are so
now,
far gone.
You don't even know the neighbor across your street.
You don't.
And
you don't.
I've always tried to be the person that's, I want to know the people around me.
Yeah, instead of them peeking out the window at you. And
right, you know they've been looking at you for 2 weeks.
They watching. It's like, they finally just kind of wave at them, you know, like, hi.
And that's why we've all been able to connect and mesh so well and like move forward together. And like I said earlier, just like the people that come to frequent Bloom's Alley, it's just such a similar vibe. And how you're saying how the community is sparse, is that community feel in Hagerstown. I grew up here. I never felt it growing up, the community vibe, and maybe I wasn't looking for it because where my head was at. Yeah. But now getting a little bit older in life and trying to find those things, whether it's just the time coming or whether it's just me seeking it, I see there's a group of people that are really pushing a creative space, a supportive space,
definitely, and thirsty for it.
Having things in the community, like downtown Hagerstown has been doing an amazing job this year, putting on stuff in the city. Shout out Voltage Wrestling for being downtown Hagerstown. That's like something amazing going on. I already touched on Bloom's Alley being a cornerstone in the creative community. Learnicity is coming to the community again, just to add another layer of 2023 vibes where we're connecting the digital atmosphere into the physical realm as well, where you know you can touch base and get connected with your community. And that's really what this app is pushing, is getting you connected with your community, and at the same time, again, like upping your financial literacy. It's win-win on both sides. But the reason why I love it so much is just because of that community feel and just trying to connect people together. I just think it's a dope thing, which connecting people and community leads me into just back to the Mummers Day Parade Lounge, man. 210 South Potomac Street.
Let me find out you didn't show up.
Right. She gonna come to your door with a plate.
She gonna come for you.
You better bet it. Yes.
Yo, it's really gonna be a vibe. I really encourage everybody to come check us out. Multiple food vendors.
How can you miss this? Look at this baby.
Look at it. Come support.
Oh, the lady. He not come on.
You gonna get financial literacy.
You better not be married at 19.
Is this the Bachelorette? But no, one thing that I think we should encourage people, like just sitting here, it makes me think about us being leaders in the community, right? And I think that is so important for us to be able to come to the table together and say, hey, let's be leaders, right? Let's highlight people and what they do, right? Let's give people an opportunity for their businesses to grow, right? But not only grow the businesses, grow the youth.
Yes.
Right? Let's grow our youth so that when they become 19 years old and ready to start a business, their mindset is already there.
Definitely.
So what I'm going to challenge everybody to do is be a leader with us. Come show up at the Mummers Day Parade.
This is what I do.
That is what I do at Bloom's Alley. Like, and I challenge, again, every one of you and everybody out there watching is like, I tell people we have to work together. I don't want to work with anybody unless you're willing to work with people.
Put it in. You got to put the work in.
I'm not going to pull teeth.
I'm not going to hold your hand and babysit.
We don't have to be the best of friends and hang out every day. But if we got vision and we got the mindset and you trying to work, right? I tell everybody around me,
y'all.
You trying to work good. I'll go hard. Like I want to work.
Yeah. Definitely.
But be a leader. Tell everybody to come out. Come get this energy. Come catch
good energy attracts good energy.
You better bet it. Yes. It never dies. It just transfers. So let's keep it good.
Right, and y'all ain't seen, y'all, if you ain't been to a Blues Alley party, that Alex anti-norm turns up.
Yes. Watch out now.
You're going to miss out.
It's going to be a vibe, man. We're going to have the live
So what is
DJ.
everybody doing for Halloween? Anybody dressing up? We doing, what's up? Nobody doing,
I mean, I was thinking we should wear purple in representation of Learnicity. Maybe I might.
That's the
I might dip my braids in purple.
Yep.
That'd be sick. Do that. Do that.
Right, if I come out with purple braids.
Yes. All right. That's what's up. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I might flip my head. Look, my head.
Hello.
Learnicity.
It's starting right here. It's starting right here. You see it.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember that facial. That's going to be $1 million. And he's going to be on the dollar bill. You better bet it.
Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, businesses, you want to hop on this wave now.
Definitely.
Early, get on board
and it's free.
early.
Yeah, and it's free.
It's gonna be something.
Growth potential is limitless.
It's gonna be. It's something that's super
limitless.
scalable.
Let's do it.
Super scalable.
Definitely.
I can see it getting put into every city.
There it is.
Just like me and Angela talked about, they have a Go for Bold program here in Hagerstown where they try to promote health and wellness, and they've done it in other cities, and the goal is like to lose 1 million pounds.
I saw they're doing that at the health department.
Yes, and
they're doing it at the health department. Got signs everywhere.
They connect to schools and businesses and get people involved. And I saw that. I'm a part of it at my job that I work at. And when I met Andrew and he was telling me about it, I was like, bro, this is like a whole nother Go for Bold, which is like physical health, but this is financial health. And I can see this as being, which is already, being all picked up by the schools and the cities supporting.
Definitely.
And this is something, again, I can see every city in America needing.
Yes.
Because it's something needed that's going to help.
Like, it's needed now.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of young people out here that there's just no guidance. They don't know where to go, how to start it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to be.
Sad. It's really sad.
Youth now, also, it's hard to give advice too. So if you give them that power to take it upon themselves
to get it,
that's
to reach
also
out.
like my mom used to tell me 1,000,000 times, those people are the wrong people to hang with. But until I learned it for myself, I was like, okay,
I'm gonna be over there.
I'm outside the street.
Someone can tell you to save, do this, be smart, and one ear out the other. But when you take the time to invest in yourself, which is like being a leader, investing in yourself, that's part of growth. And this is a part of growth, part of, bettering yourself, getting smarter, like being able to handle your financials in this world where the dollar is getting less and less. Like, you need to be smart.
You said that, with the misconceptions and everything, and I think social media has really brought a prominence to that, specifically with what Gen Z should do.
Yeah.
And, 40% of Gen Z cares more about their favorite influencers' net worth than their own.
That's the truth.
That's
true.
Which is pretty funny, but, I just think kind of as we've all said collectively, as we've seen, the investment, the wave that's come into Hagerstown, there's real power in unity.
Definitely.
And I think we're right there on that starting line of what's next.
Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go.
Yeah, I love that. What's next, baby?
Yeah, that's what it is. Ready, set, go. What's next?
What's next?
It's right here. It's right here.
Learnicity, Comfort Zone, Hagerstown East, Blues Alley.
We even here for you to cool your jets if that's what you need. Take a breather. Come sit down.
Yeah,
have a sandwich.
Come hang out. Come laugh. Come learn. Come relax.
Definitely,
man.
come learn.
It's the
that's
vibe.
What it's. That's what's open your mind. Definitely.
And we're trying to get more stuff like this on the pod weekly, where we don't want to be just like a Hagerstown based show. We want to grow further than that.
Definitely.
But also, like we've talked about, it's like, what do we know?
Yeah.
What do we live day to day? We're in Hagerstown. Let's talk about the stuff that's going on around here. Right. Let's up the city. Let's put on something that when you guys were, all three of y'all were talking, it something that clicked in the back of my head. It's kind of like karma, or like a reverb that I think we all are getting some like satisfaction from. So like you like to put a spotlight you like to see other people happy.
Definitely.
It gives you joy to see other people happy. You're constantly spotlighting other businesses, making sure those businesses have some shine, have a space, or have a.
But the truth is, it's the same as her, right? I enjoy helping people, right?
Yeah.
That it's really nothing
that's
more
where it
than
starts. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
You don't
if you help
actually
yourself,
have to be
I'll keep doing
you don't
it.
have to be a people person, but it's either in you or it's not to want to see someone else doing okay, or doing better, or know that you helped to lift up someone. And it's easy to be down and depressed. Right? And it's time now. It's easy to sit back, but to look at someone and you see their pain or you see their misery or you see there's something, and to disregard it is a terrible thing. And that's where we're living right now. You don't care how you feel. But to have someone, the old saying, what is it? You take your kindness for weakness. Yeah. Kindness is not a weakness, it's a blessing. Because nobody gives it about the next person nowadays. So when you can give a little bit of kindness, if it's a sandwich, if it's a free app, so I'm going to teach you how to make some money. That's always going to make everybody feel good. And to eat some good food. You know what I'm saying? You can find everything you need in here if you just look.
A common denominator that I see with you three is it gives you joy to help other people. Definitely. And I think that's fire. Like, I love that.
Don't forget yourself. We wouldn't be sitting here.
Shout out Hagerstown.
And we eating too. It's not just words. We get it in.
To finish my chicken.
We get it in. Definitely.
Actually, let me just.
It's a vibe, man.
Definitely. How was the food, big guy?
Oh, food was great.
Look,
That chicken was a little spicy.
That's why it's supposed to
That was
honey.
seasoned very well. The spice creeped up on you.
At the end. Yeah, that's how she's supposed to. That's that good. It's like good loving. It just kind of creeps up on you.
But the highlight of the meal was the mac and cheese.
You missed the cheese pull. Did you see the cheese pull?
Oh, I saw the cheese.
He's like, why do you think I came sliding in?
That's why I slid in on that chair.
I know, that's right. He said, y'all ain't got to see my face. Just watch these hands. Put that plate like that.
Yeah, we'll also be
so
going
much.
live the rest of the week with more food vendors that'll be at the lounge, the lot on Saturday. So make sure you tune in to the other podcasts that you won't see us on.
Make sure you guys follow Bloom's Alley, Hagerstown Eats, and Learnicity on all social medias.
Definitely.
Also, Comfort Zone, a Soulful Experience. Just
I'm going to start,
right?
once the weather, we get through the cold weather, I'm actually going to start doing what someone taught me about, something called pop-up kitchens.
Okay.
So you'll be seeing that.
Hey.
I'll be posting what I'm having. You put your order in 2 days before, and I'll even deliver.
That's sick.
Yep.
Hey, make sure y'all go check out
Mom, I'm about to teach you
Comfort Zone.
I like breakfast and lunch.
Soulful Experience. Yo, her food is bussin' approved.
Look at you. Hear that smile?
She's smacking. You know it's real. So I just want to say thank you everyone for showing up today, coming and hanging with us. Big shout out to Sabrina from Comfort Zone, Soulful Experience.
Everybody
Cherie.
full, right? Y'all done got your
I'm about to finish up this plate.
And there's plenty more left.
Cherie from Bloom's Alley, thank you. Andrew from Learnicity, thank you, brother, for coming in and showing up.
Definitely.
And guys, make sure you show up for the Mother's Day Parade Lounge.
You heard that.
It's going to be the coolest place in Hagerstown to watch the parade.
Yes,
Food
you better
vendors,
bet it.
live DJ, plenty of seating just to chill, relax, watch the parade go by. You don't got to be all crowded in with a bunch of strangers. Just come hang out at the exclusive spot where you get the best seating, the best food, and the best music. Like Sabrina said, follow the music. Hey, thank you everybody for checking us out. Cool your jazz. We'll check you guys out next Monday. And 6:30 is the time, man. We'll have the boys back in the building. And keep a lookout.
Thank you guys.
Shout out everybody. Thank you guys.
God bless.